Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing good. And today's video, we are taking a look at a minimalist beauty right here, which is the Tissot PRX 35 millimeters, which is a watch that was quite anticipated from especially the watch community. And to give you a bit of background for me personally, I am a watch guy or a watch geek like most of the other guys out there. And styling wise, I feel that it has always been a challenge to find a really nice watch with really nice configuration like the one that we're talking about today in a price that really ticks the box. And as far as minimalistic watches, it's even harder. So with regards to the Tissot PRX 35, I really was excited to check this watch out, and I finally got my hands on it a few months ago. I bought this while I was at my home in India, and I am really happy with this watch. First and foremost, for anyone who's unfamiliar with the watch, it is one of the raging watches for the past 2 years, and Tissot has really hit the benchmark for what a watch should be. Especially in terms of quality, finish, and especially in terms of pricing. One of the things that really strikes you with the Tissot PRX is just the stunning wrist presence that this watch holds. It is unlike anything else, and also it has its older brothers in the PRX Powermatic 80 and the PRX in the 40 millimeters. The 35 is, I think, one of the most subtle watches that you can get at this price point and this finish. With regards to the design of this watch, it is inspired from an original design from Tissot from the 1970s, which was the Tissot C-Star. Most people, however, in the watch community especially, have compared this watch to the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, and I do see the similarities, especially in terms of this integrated bracelet right here. But I would like to point out three examples of where the design actually draws its inspiration from. And as you can see here, the first one being the Tissot C-Star, which is, according to the CEO of the company, the exact dimension for the 35 millimeter version here. And also to note that the original C-Star was a quartz watch and released in the later part of the 1970s, which was almost around the quartz crisis. And I think that adds up to the retro aspect of this watch. The second one, and I would say this is the most unnoticed or like most least spoken one, is the close nexus that it has in terms of design to the Rolex Oyster Quartz. Now, all of these watches are loosely based on Gerald Genta's original design, integrating the bracelet and bringing out this chunky monolithic look. But I think the special mention here for Rolex Oyster Quartz is in terms of the bracelet itself. The design is very similarly tied to these two watches. And then finally, the gold version of the Tissot, gold-plated rather, the PVD version of the Tissot PRX 35, which is also available in the bigger one, the 40 millimeters, is closest to the VC 222, which is a watch most unattainable by many people. And let's move on to how this watch fits on the wrist right here. We put it on here. I'm going to show you a wrist roll later in the video, but I want to talk more about the watch as it seems just by wearing it for the first time. As you see, the watch is quite simple, quite minimalistic, and also holds a very slim profile on your wrist. My wrist, for reference, is about 7 inch and 18 centimeters, and this watch just falls on beautifully. As you can see, the light play on this watch is also next level, and one of the best things about this watch is what you get in terms of value for money. For a sub $500 watch, I have never seen this amount of detailing. Everything about this watch seems robust. Look at the detailing within the dial itself. This is the silver variant, but with the rose gold accents on the hour markers and the hands itself. It has a kind of chromatic gold-like look to it. From the selection of colors available for the dial on this one, I chose to have the silver one because that is the most versatile for me. I think anyone who wishes to style this watch in a minimalistic fashion can really look to this colorway, and the other close second would be the blue one, but that to me is a bit more sporty. Finally, moving to the movement inside this watches. As you see, it has a hacking function along with a date adjustment. I would have rather preferred this watch to not have any date adjustment on this, and that would have made it ultra minimalistic and super, complete. But that is again a personalized taste. Once again, the seconds are really aligned and it moves crisp. I think the Tissot PRX really goes nice with a quartz moment because it is a retro futuristic watch, and I think this design is really timeless in a quartz selection. I would not mind, however, to have an automatic on a 35. That would be awesome. The wrist roll itself, and I think it is just a magic with the light, especially when it's direct sunlight and just the watch just radiates. I have been running into a lot of people, especially with the bigger 40 millimeter in the PRX automatic Powermatic 80 on the streets, and it's always a delight to see this watch can be styled in multiple ways, and it can be easily dressed up or dressed down. You can wear it with sneakers, you can wear it with a suit, and it just does the job. You don't mind using it in day-to-day life because the water resistance is super high, and I think it is a keeper. And it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you rock with the Tissot PRX or the Powermatic 80, leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And if you plan to buy, have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Again, leave me a comment down below. Like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And on that note, take care. Bye-bye.